So real quick, I was going over a lot of the videos that I had, or not videos, a lot of the pictures that I had inside my phone. And since I also want to talk a little bit business in the vlog, I wanted to also talk about when you're coming up with a logo, tips that I think that you should do. Um, Personally, when I was trying to come up with what I wanted our logo to look like, um, it was kind of tough. I didn't know what I really, really wanted, and I was kind of back and forth about a lot of different things, even when it comes to the name of the school. And I picked, obviously, my last name is Trejo, right? There's no S on it. Now, I put Trejo's Sport Taekwondo because I wanted that S on there because it's going to mean, obviously, when you say Trejo's, it means family, it means something that's owned by that name, it's something I wanted it to be like. I guess the way I was thinking of it was like anybody that came to train or came to learn, or anybody that walked through those doors instantaneously was family, and that's what I really, really wanted to come across with that name. So that's why I named it, Trejo's Sport Taekwondo. Um, Now, when I was coming up with the logo, I thought, what? Let me see what I want to do, and I thought, TST sounds good. I wanted to have Trejo Sports Taekwondo with the initials on there, and I didn't know exactly how to go about that. I was kind of brainstorming in my mind. That time I was working at a bus company as a road supervisor, so I had a little bit of time to kind of think about it and look at stuff on online and whatnot, and if you guys know, I think the WTF, which is World Taekwondo Federation, they have like three different colors. I think it's like blue, red, and yellow. And I thought that was cool. Every letter was a different color, and I really like that yellow on there and the red. I've always loved red, so um, I thought let me have the T be one letter, one color, the S a different color, and the T, the last T, another color. Obviously, I want Trail Sports Taekwondo to be in black. And so I went online and kind of just did a rough thing about it, and I took this like little icon that I found on there, a little kicker guy, and I put it in the middle, and I said, well, maybe just Trejo Taekwondo and put the kicker in the middle, whatnot. So this is what it looked like when I came up with just really the basic logo. So it looked like this. So that's the way it came out, and you can tell it's obviously like very raw, and it didn't look very good. Not very good from an advertising point of view, or even just something that I would want to see on my shirts and my logo for everything. So, I thought it was very important to me that, and if anyone else is in the same process of trying to find a logo, is I think it's important to make sure that you get a good one right on the beginning. Just make sure you know what you want in the beginning, even if you have to pay a little bit of money to get it professionally done. And that's what I did. I found the graphic designer online, and I paid some money, and we emailed back and forth, and I sort of had, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 emails back and forth, and we kind of were trying to come up with the right vision that we wanted. I told him I wanted the Trail Sports Taekwondo on the bottom, real nice edgy letters. Wanted the T with a kicker and a T, and then I said, well, maybe we'll do an S. So he, this is one of the ones that he sent me back. So we emailed back and forth a bunch of times, and I told him that I really wanted to have the black outline, just because I know when it's on the back of a uniform, it needs to pop. You need to be able to see that even from far away. And then, so he corrected that and he gave it to me and he sent it to me. And then I remember still kind of going back and forth with him. I didn't know if I wanted to have an S or the kicker in the middle. And then he sent it to me, sent me an email, and he explained, he said, it's really subjective, but if you look at the kicker, it kind of looks like an S. If you follow from the top to the bottom of it, it looks like it could make like a backward Z, which is not really so much of a circle. It's sort of like this and then straight, but it still makes that sort of swivel shape. So it's still, if you're looking at it subjectively, it looks like an S possibly, and I thought that'd be kind of cool, where maybe a lot of people would never realize that there was an S there, and just thought it'd be something cool. So this is what it looks like, obviously finished. And so I was very, very happy with it. You know, I thought it looked awesome, and you know, I was definitely ready to just kind of move forward. You know, and so this is what I did. Right, this is funny. When I was at work with the very first one that I had come up with by myself, I printed out all the letters. I cut them out on paper, and then I went ahead and I printed out just like a picture of a blank gray shirt, and I put the letters on top of it, so just so I can get a vision of what the shirts would look like. And also I printed out the back of a uniform, and I put the logo on there from the one that I came up with, and I wanted to see what the logo would look like on the back of a uniform, you know. So I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna show you the pictures of my original concept of them, and then how they came out. All right, guys. So you can tell there was a big difference with those uniforms, right? So now when it comes to the t-shirts, all right. Check it out. These are the first t-shirts that we got made. Let me try and turn the light on because I think it's gonna be too dark in here. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, I'll get a little bit of angle here. So these are the first shirts that we got made. Okay, and this is the first color that we got. Actually, it's really bad lighting. Hold on. That doesn't help anything. Oh my gosh. That probably didn't help anything either. Anyways, yeah, you could tell a little bit. So this is the first color that we got made, right? I wouldn't say trial and error, but I would say more of, you know, try something, see how good it looks, and then might have to tweak it a little bit. So this is the first one we got, was this, it's like a charcoal heather, and this is what the logo looked like on it. You know, now it's not that bad when the light hits it, right? Not that bad, and that's the front. But what happens is that when it's a little bit darker, you couldn't see the black lettering on the shirt because the shirt was so dark. Okay, now this was the original for the kids. Okay, and for whatever reason, I wanted a light gray heather after we got these charcoal heather ones, and I said, you know what, let me change it to the light gray heather, and see if I like those a lot better. Hold on, Mijo. The sun's right here. So this is what they sent me for the kids. Okay, now, this is sort of like a, I guess you could say like a charcoal, but it has like a little bit of a blue tint to it. You know, and it looks kind of cool. Hold on, you're right here. And this is the front of it right there. All right. So that's what they sent us for that. Now, this is what we ultimately ended up with. This is the final result. And the adult ones are a little bit darker than the kids ones. Okay. But you can see the kind of progression through the different kinds. All right. And so this is what we have here. Obviously, it's a much better. The colors pop a lot more. The light heather, gray. And then this is the front. Okay. Now we did originally have ladies cuts and men's cuts, but I found that the ladies cuts were real short here. Not a lot of the ladies like that anyway. So we just stuck with men's cuts now. But this is the color for the adults, and then it's just a little bit like a slight tint lighter for the kids ones. So if you see like the progression through those original shirts, or actually the original logo to what it ended up now, the original uniforms to how the uniforms ended up now, the original shirts, the original concept, and to what it is now, man, it is freaking way different, right? I mean, it's tremendously different. And it's funny because now I always keep those pictures on my phone because it's cool. It's a memory I can look back at and see that, you know, that's where we started. We started from something as basic as that, as me cutting out those logos and that logo and figuring it out. To the next step was getting a graphic designer. To the next step was finalizing that logo, to getting those uniforms made, to getting the shirts made, even going through the progression of colors. We have red shirts that we're gonna start getting, I think, and then we have also pink shirts that my wife has one of them. I couldn't find it right now, but we changed the logo to be all black so that we can do that with any color we wanted to. We can have it be all black, and then now we just finished getting our logo file switched to digitized. so that now we can do embroidery. And that's one thing we're really excited about. We're going to be doing embroidery on hats, on snapbacks. So we're going to have it's kind of a surprise. I have a picture, but I don't really want to show it until we have a first one, so I can show you what the original looked like, and then the next one. But it's gonna be a black bill with a gray top here. It's gonna be snapback for sure, flat bill like that. Maybe a little bit of a curve on it, but not like those big curve ones here. So it's gonna be either flat or a little bit of a curve on it. And it should be really, really cool. I haven't found out how much we're going to be charging for them yet. But I have a lot of people who say that they want some. I think that'd be real cool. I haven't really seen any other Taekwondo schools, have that kind of merchandise that people are buying. And I eventually want to also get some beanies made, which is going to be really, really, cool for us to have some beanies. And I'm still looking for team jackets right now. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to do in this vlog, was really go into the process of the logo making. So my advice to anybody who's trying to get a logo, find one that you love right away. You know what I mean? I can't say right away, but find one that you love before you move on, right? Spend that time, figure it out, see what you like, see what you don't like, and then, take that step into, even if you have to pay a little bit of money, it's fine. As long as you end up with a good result and you end up with being somewhere that you really want to be with the logo, and you're proud of it, that's the most important thing. All right, so that's just my little rant on the logos, and I'm very, very happy with where we are from where we started. In some aspects of the business, we've taken small steps forward, but we're still moving forward. In some aspects, we've taken big steps forward and leaps forward. And we're still moving forward, and I can't tell you how happy I am, how appreciative I am of every single person who has, come to do class, try class even, all my students, all the parents, all the supporters, and my family and my friends, all the other schools who have been very supportive and have, said good comments and give me any sort of suggestions. I appreciate it. I take everything, and I'm trying to give my students the best that I can. Trying to be one of the best martial arts schools in Napa, or even one of the best martial arts schools, period. And I know that's a big claim to say, but, it's a goal. And I feel like if you're not trying to be the best, eventually even, obviously right now you're starting, you're not going to be the best. But if you're not working towards a goal to be the best, then you're giving your students and the parents a disservice, right? I want to be able to make sure that I can offer them the best. And so it's a work in progress, step, right? The more students I get, the more stuff I can do, the more things I can offer. And but that has to deal with me too. I have to make sure I give good quality service, good instruction. Make sure the kids, I relate well with the kids. I love my students. They're incredible. Every single student gives me an energy that it's indescribable, honestly. Man, it's crazy. I go to the class, and I know what we're gonna do, but you don't know what's gonna happen, And if you're a teacher or anything like that you work with kids, you know how that is. You go in and you kind of I have a guideline of stuff I'm gonna do, but it can twist on me super fast depending on how many students, what mood they're in. It depends on what time of the week it is. Maybe Monday, they have a lot of energy. Maybe Thursday, Friday, they start, slowing down. They have the end of the week blues a little bit, right? So it keeps you on your toes, and I think that's awesome. And that's something that you're never going to get bored of doing. You're always going to love teaching, because it's never the same day twice. It's never the same day twice. They always give you something different. And this piece is running 8 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it right now. I'll check in with you guys later. Hey guys, as you can tell, I shaved. Ready right there to go teach. Just waiting for Gloria to get back with Lesro, and then I'll be leaving probably in about 10 minutes. Real quick, I wanted to touch on my running situation. I'm not going to be able to run probably for, I don't know, a couple days. I'm not going to say that I pulled my hamstring. I don't think that I pulled it. I might have strained it a little bit. It's weird. It's like, I think I had said before that it's in my upper hamstring, real high hamstring in the back. And I don't want to run and push it bad. So I was looking up some ways to still get cardio, even though to kind of take it easy on the hamstring. So if we go to the gym, what I'm gonna try and do is do the bicycle or the elliptical. Probably the elliptical though. They said that's one of the best ones to be able to do if you have a hamstring issues, because you can kind of keep yourself going. You can keep your feet on the pedal, so there's no lifting and then sitting down. So I'm gonna try and do the elliptical at a decent speed. I'm not gonna go super fast. I'm not gonna take it super easy either. I want to make sure I keep pushing. Now, injuries happen, and I felt this kind of I don't know, aggravated last week, and I felt the same way I feel now when I was training at Sparta a couple days ago. But I still was able to kick fairly hard, and I was still able to get a pretty good workout. I was just kind of easy on throwing any axe kicks. But so I think this week, I'll do my abs, my back, my chest, my arms, all that good stuff. And then I think I'll probably do, just some elliptical to get myself moving. I might do the pool at some point this week. I know that's really good, so I might do that. And just move around a little bit. I don't want to really stop moving, but I don't want to hurt myself, So we'll see how I feel by Friday. Should feel okay, and be able to kind of come back to some pretty decent treadmill work. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I get to go to the gym today. If not, I'll have to figure out something else to do to keep my cardio up. So we'll see what happens. About to go teach right now. I'll check in with you guys when I'm done. Quick gym workout. About to go down. Got the baby. 45 minutes. Elliptical.
Cozy.
Abs, I guess. Cruz is under here. Gotta hustle. Doesn't that look tremendous with some water? What's in here, babe? Broccoli, carrots, zucchinis, spinach, some onion,
2 bay leaves,
garlic
powder,
onion powder,
thyme,
oregano.
No, sorry. No oregano.
It has the good stuff is what it has. And if you didn't notice, I'm right on weight, 176.4. Boom! That's the end of today. Look at that. Look at that camera. Pretty good. Look at that. Wow. That was kind of awkward right there, but look. Onions. I'm even going to eat the onions.
You better